Welcome on this beautiful day to Judy's Mind Body Health. The health is what we feel within. The health is what we sense without in nature. And the health is when we can all come together in community through this slowness, continuity, circularity, moving from the center body and connecting with the heart, the head, and the body. So welcome to Qigong and Tai Chi Chih today. If you need a chair, please get one. If you're fine with standing, it'll mostly be a standing practice, but please accommodate as needed. And sink it through the earth and double ground it. Heaven and earth. Find your stability in your stance, rider on horse position. Inhale through the center at the heart. And then bring the other hand up and the other hand down. And we'll face to the right for you with the palm flattened. And lengthen through the whole arm and the whole, both legs, and through the whole body, feeling your longest alignment you possibly can. Feel almost as if you have a string from the back of your skull up towards the heavens. And this hand is pushing you towards earth. And one more of heaven and earth. A basic Qigong move. Stretching the body, the spine, and the mind to connect together. Slowly coming into the accordion where the palms are facing but separated outside the breast. Inhale out, expanding the body. Exhale back, feeling it contract or get smaller. Now, as the expansion happens, the lungs get bigger, they put pressure on the abdominal contents, and you exhale here to come back to your normal shape. Widening the body is really good for it. And then coming back to homeostasis here, feel the belly contract as well as the ribs. And send the energy into the earth to ground it towards the feet. Inhale it towards the heart, your middle dantian or energy center. Sink it down to your low one here, right opposite the central dantian or energy point. And then all the way up to the head on your inhale. How far up can we go? As far as you're comfortable doing. And now exhale it down very slowly because the rain has lessened and we see the sun today. So feel what it was like to have that rain come down on us by moving into Buddha picks up the earth. Exhale down. Inhale through your central body and push up the earth right here by turning the palms upside down and feeling a slow inhale and then a slow exhale down. Let's not overdo the breath, but really feel our connection to it. Because the heart and the mind and the breath and the whole alignment need to work together in Qigong. One more of Buddha picks up the earth and sends the earth into the sky. Now picking up a feather over here on your right side, releasing the back heel over here on the left, and straightening the palm here to bring it down as if you were painting through the air. Inhale up. picking up a feather and then letting it go. And see it as it rises, the thumb and the forefinger together. Now you open the palm to flatten and it sinks. And then we'll shift to the other side. Inhaling here. Releasing the back heel on your right. Sinking it down slowly and seeing it move through the whole wall from the bottom up with your peripheral vision. And then returning to shake it out. A basic Qigong move is to just let go of all of our joints by shaking it out. I like to add the voice because I think we need to always warm that up too. So we're going to go inhale and go ooh. Ooh, as high as you can go. Try it again. Ooh. Can you go higher? Inhale. Ooh. Yeah, just like a kid playing outside, right? That's what we want. Now we're going to go side to side for a second here. This leg will bend here. This is the yan leg. This is the straight leg. We're going to call it yin because it could lift up. When the knee is a little bit bent here, this is solidly in the earth, and that's yan. And this is yin. So if we wanted to do a forward weight shift here, we would simply come back to our rider on horse position, which is this one with the feet out in a V. We would shift towards our right over this way. Release the left heel right out from the hip and just come forward. We're going to do a Tai Chi walk here. Again, heel to toe. Again, heel to toe. And one more. This is a very good prep for the whole foot, which needs to move from the heel through the center point and to the toe. And now you're going to solidly come into this front foot on your left, and then release the back foot, toe to heel. And you can pull ropes if you like. I like to do this with my students because it's a way we can feel that there's something there and imagine it. Good. And now inhale and sink it through the earth. And we'll come over to the other side of the ball here. And we're going to shift now to the left side towards this light and release the right heel. And we'll do the same thing. This time you're going to just put your thumbs on your hip bones here and really feel space across the hips. And then bring your your right heel down, then towards the ball of the foot, then the other foot. And feel the sense of control that you have here, disciplining your foot to move really slowly. It's a great balancing act for us. Now we'll go back, and the left ball of your foot will come down, and then you come back through the middle, then the back heel, and then you come to the next foot. And that's probably good enough here. We'll stop here. We'll inhale to ground it. And one more grounding. Coming towards the center here slowly, let's prepare for the propeller. Another Qigong move where we open up and we move slowly with a bend over here, a side shift this way with the breath. Inhale first, and then you're going to slide over here and slide over here through the air. Inhale in the center, and the spinal twist moves this way with your propeller. Back to center on the inhale slowly. And then as you exhale through the abdomen, rib cage, upper chest, shoulder, and head in that order. Just stay there for a moment, take a couple breaths. You might want to see if your propeller is even across. You can feel it actually. And now start back to center, inhale. And then ever so slowly moving to the right side. Inhaling first and then moving abdomen, rib cage, upper chest, shoulders, and head. You're almost making a 180 turn there. Even the hip is moved this direction. And one more up the propeller, and let's bring it a little bit higher if that's comfortable for you. You want to try these things and experiment with them and not have them always the same. It's kind of fun to experiment. And now let's bring it down close to the low dantian and move the same way. Over towards the left, and then over to the right. And then come back to the center and drop the palms forward. And you have the mountain pose, common to both Qigong and yoga, where the palms are forward. And we're going to inhale again and ground it through the earth. Inhale, exhale towards the abdomen, and the energy will move towards the feet. Feel it on the feet. And now feel it moving towards the head. When it moves to the heart, inhale. Feel each one of those energy centers. This is the second one at the heart. This is the first, the primary at the abdomen. The third is here at the head. Very important for our creativity, our poetry, our music. The head is vital for our whole system, the way we think, the way we speak, and the way we act. It should all somehow be the same. It never is, but we keep trying. That's the important thing. Okay, let's shake that out from the top this time and now move down this way. And then take it back up and move it over here. And then move it over here. And keep moving the feet. Good. Knocking at the gates. This is a little bit more active, but it's bringing the chi to the skin and to all what's underneath there. And you're knocking at the gates right over the low abdomen and into your buttocks. And in the front, the palms are facing you. In the back, the backs of the palms are going the opposite way. Good. Now you're going to come up to the kidney area, which is just below the breasts, and tap right above the waist, where you've got lots of space there without hitting yourself in the wrong places. Good. Now you're going to come up to the lung points here. Good. And now you're going to come down the arm on this side, maybe your right arm. Doesn't matter as long as we do both sides. Then up the inside of it and down the outside and up the inside and across the chest and down this arm and up it. And once more down the top and the inside. And this will actually be part of what we do later. It's has to do with a heart protector move. This area we use later for one of our moves, the heart protector move. All right, so that's pretty good. And now we're going to go into a few yoga ideas here. This is a for the heart move, bringing energy to all our friends with a direct prayer down on the exhale to the abdomen. Inhale, expand up. Exhale and contract down. When you contract at the abdomen, it moves towards the Ming-Men area, which is back here. Inhale, lengthen. Palms are at the center body, touching, and they make a prayer as they come down all the way through the exhale into your lower abdomen. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract. I always think that there's two ways we can do everything. So let's do it the Qigong way, which would be to not touch those palms, but to let the energy of the Qi connect them as they face each other at the Legong points. So we'll do 3 of those to feel the difference. This tends to get the palms quite warm. Maybe you can feel that. If you have a partner you can work with, it's kind of fun to try this together. And then take the palms and go like this. Can you feel my Qi? I feel yours. It's a little bit harder to do on Zoom, but this is actually push, pull, where you're making a circle with your palms. We'll come to that in Tai Chi Chih. It's one of the moves after we carry the ball to the side. And even there, you can feel something, some kind of Qi that's moving towards the wall, right? I mean, it's kind of weird, but there's activity there because we're focusing on the palms, and circulation-wise, we've sent energy there. And push-pull is an inhale here towards the heart and an exhale that sends the fingertips up in a circle that returns to your heart on the inhale. It's really a beautiful move. And the other one that I love that's similar to that is when you inhale out and you're going to come around, pulling in energy from the farthest star in the universe. That also brings a lot of Qi or energy to the fingers and the palms. Feel that really slowly, even without doing a weight shift. So we're almost gathering Qi in this practice of Tai Chi Chih. And to get there, we're going to go through a few of the circles that we need to do. Bringing your palms behind, you'll bring your chin to the chest and circle the head to your right and then around, with the ear coming as close to the shoulder as possible for your body, but don't overdo it. It could be little circles, or they could be larger circles. One more of these circles from left to right will be after this. Now you're going to go left ear to left shoulder and around towards the right, or the opposite of what you did before. We always need to do both directions. One more here. Clockwise and counterclockwise. Come back to the center and now bring the chin up so that it's level with the earth. And feel as if you're this string out of the crown of your head, right in the back here, you could lift it up there and maybe do a move. So let's sync. And we're going to look at around the platter. Shift to the right. Release your left. And your palms are up right here at the sternum. You're going to come around very slowly and back. The palms are rounded, the fingers are relaxed. The Legong points in the middle are in resistance to gravity. And you inhale forward and you exhale back. One more. Let's come back now into our rider on horse position with the feet apart. Inhale, sink the energy down. Shift towards your left this time, and that'll prepare this foot to be the yawn leg, the yawn strong leg with a slightly bent knee. Then release the other yin leg, which could do anything out here, but it's going to just drop the heel, come forward, and it'll be the controlling leg now. Here's your inhale, and here's your exhale. And in general, all of these circles move outside the knee that's forward, and then come back to the other knee. So we're outside your right knee, and we're coming back towards the left knee on our circle, which is complete. But the weight shift is just going forward and back. And you can see why we needed to do the Buddhist walking meditation or the Tai Chi walk is to prepare us for this slowness and come back to rest and sink it through the earth. And now we're going to do a few more circles. Okay. And you're going to start with your shoulders here. Inhale forward, up, back and down. These circles are traditional. They go back thousands of years to loosen all the joints so that Tai Chi would be prepared with a lot of flexibility in the body. And one more here, and then we'll go the opposite direction. You're going to go back, up, forward and down. If you do have to compromise any of these moves, please do for your own body. If you have a bad shoulder on one side, you can forget that and just do it on the other shoulder. Whatever you need to do. And that is true of this next move. You're going to bring the shoulders up to the ears and then release them. Bring them up, breathe in, and sink them. One more. Good. Now we're going to do a crawl stroke with those shoulders. Let the feet be part of this little game we're playing. Okay. So over here, let the back foot slide if you want, almost like you've got a fish's back tail that's going to follow what happens here with the front. So let the ball of the foot slide. And you can make this lower if you want, or you could make it go bigger. All that works for your body is basically you want to open it all up. Good. Now come back to center and sink it. Breaststroke. Inhale here with the palms facing forward. Inhale, imagining that you're pushing water away, only it's air. Inhale here. Exhale here. We're just also warming up the breath so that we really feel this expansion here and this contraction as we exhale out. Good. And then what we always need to do when we're working in breath is what? Have some water nearby, because hydration is crucial. And we really haven't started our Tai Chi yet, so we're almost ready. We just need to go down the rest of the body. All right, hip rolls forward, side, back, side. And then you can make them go a little bit more smoothly if you like. Take things slow or take them whatever speed is good for you. And then we'll come back to the center and we're going to go the opposite direction. It may not feel different, but we're all getting both circles moving clockwise and counterclockwise. Forward, side, back, and side. So that we have some flexibility right through this whole lower back and hip area. Now we'll bring the feet together. We'll come down from the hips here with the thumbs there. You're going to fold forward, flat back up. First inhale, and now start exhaling. And now take hold of your knees and circle the knees in a way that you feel comfortable with. Doesn't have to be a wide circle. It can be just a tiny circle, perhaps towards your right now, and then go the opposite way towards your left. And maybe after about 5 of those, straighten the knees, come down to touch your ankles or wherever you can, releasing the palms out here. We're going to come up the body. And we're going to do a side bend today. So bring your palms forward in Tadasana and then start bringing this right hand down the thigh and the left hand overhead and bend to the side. Beautiful. Inhale, center. Bring both palms up for a moment. That really helps us to actually then bring the other palm across. Always thinking about our long spine. Bring the palms up again. And now side bend this way, sliding your right hand down the thigh towards the knee and the left hand overhead. And one more this way. And back to center. I think we've sufficiently done the circles we need to do. And I think we're now ready for Tadasana and Tai Chi Chih. Let's shake it out. One of you had a great idea. Yes, that's really important. And we're going to start with rocking motion. Feet in a V. Well, sort of a V. It's rider on horse position. Figure 8. Inhale the energy from the earth towards the heaven. Circle the palms to come down. Notice that this softens the wrists, the palms, and the fingers. When you think about it, no tension in the body or in the mind. It's a moving meditation of Tai Chi Chih, and we're on the first move, which is rocking motion. 9, 27, or 36 times. Your choice. And one more of rocking motion. And sink the energy into the earth and double ground it. Bring the energy to the heart, your middle dantian, and back to the low dantian. And then bring it to your head. And slowly bringing it down for relaxation response towards your feet. The energy is moving in resistance to gravity. We can just stop right here and rest on globes of energy. And now we come to bird flaps its wings. You're on the edge of a branch and you're going to come to the front of the feet when you exhale. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and then sink towards the front of the feet and let the heels come up. You're the little bird on the edge of a branch and you're learning how to fly. And the third one is one wrist circle forward. Inhale back to center. Still the mind, still the body. And think in threes. We always move to 9 here. This is our second group of 3. The little wrist circle here is because the bird is moving into the idea of flying, but is not ready yet. 1, 2, and 3 is a dream. You suddenly decide you might want to fly, but maybe tomorrow. And sink it into the earth and double ground it. We've finished that move when we've done 3 times 3. And now we move into around the platter, shifting to the right, preparing your platter right at the sternum here, and inhaling out this direction, and then back towards the other foot. Feeling the inhale, and the exhale will start right about here, opposite your heart. Thank you all for coming today. There's nothing like practicing in community. So feel the chi even through Zoom as we inhale and exhale and do this beautiful circularity move. The circle is moving from the heart out and then back to the heart on the exhale. 9 times the noble Chinese number. In numerology, bring that left foot back now. Inhale and sink it through the earth. Feel it through your feet. And shift towards your left to bring the right heel forward and start again around the platter. 9 times on the right side. Think of the Qigong breath with the tongue on the upper palate as you inhale here. And as you exhale, it seems to release the air through the nose and the mouth, and you also might feel it in your belly. Here's your expansion at the belly, and here's your contraction as it moves the energy back to the back leg. One more here. And then inhale that foot back in. We just finished the right side. We'll double ground it before we move into its variation. Around the platter variation, you'll pick up a ball of energy outside your left shoulder. Inhale it out and sink it opposite the heart. That looks beautiful. I've been thinking this is like a aspen leaf, sort of shaped leaf-like that we drop in the water. It's a nice kind of metaphor if you're sitting next to a stream, or even you've waded into it and you pick something up and drop it in chest-high water. Last one on your left. Release your foot back. Single grounding between sides. Shift towards your left to release your right. Around the platter variation on your right side. Feel your Qigong breath, connecting to your mind and movement. Feel a little inner smile for the joy of movement. A smile always makes things easier, especially when we're all connecting this together in community. Some things don't take any words, but Zoom likes them. Last one. Bring the right foot back. Inhale to sink it through the earth. And double ground it. And let's triple ground it. Ready? Grounding is really important for the senior body. We need to stop and enjoy and feel and take time. Let's bring it all the way up to the sun today. After so much rain here, we're so happy when the sun comes out, right? Good. And now we're coming to our next move, which is bass drum. You're going to shift to your right, release your left, and the drum is going to be this shape with the palms facing because the leg going points are connecting. Feel the rim of the drum on your inhale here towards me, and on the exhale back, feel the toe release in front. In the inhale forward, feel the heel release and back. The front leg has bent, the back leg has straightened. And now the back leg has bent at the knee a little bit, and the front leg is straight but not locked. The yin-yang principles are now working. Through bass drum, the primary and first instrument in the bands in the Rose Parade is the bass drum. And one more. Bring the foot back. Inhale to double ground it. Now we're just going to single ground. And we're going to shift to our left and release the right and wait for the right side before we do our double grounding. Soften the wrists. Soften the fingers. Feel the effect of shifting forward with a glide in the middle and then the release of the back heel and a glide back and then the release of the front toe. Take your time. Slowness, continuity, circularity, moving from the center. And all of these connections brings peace to the mind and body. Even if it's just an hour of our lives every day, it has strong influence on our heart rate, on our relaxation, and our letting go of stress. And one more here of bass drum on your right side. And now we can do our double grounding, but let's do triple burner instead. Inhale, exhale down through the center, your head, your heart, and your abdomen. 3 dantians, 3 energy centers, your head being the third, the heart and lungs being the second, and the abdomen being the primary. One more. I never get enough of this particular move. It's just so beautiful and so grounding. And we'll take a moment also to just shake it out because Tai Chi Chih is under the umbrella of Qigong. Good. Let's come back for a moment into Tadasana, and we're now going to move into the daughters. This is actually the mountain move, mountain position of Tadasana. And now we're going to come into the mountains. When we go to the mountains, we come up like this. Then the left hand comes close to the body, and the right hand at the wrist comes in front of the left. Because the left hand is at the heart, we'll be at the same place on both sides. And I'm not mirroring here because I want to use my own heart. And you can use your own heart. We're all connected. Beautiful. So that's daughter on the mountaintop. It has a companion move called daughter in the valley. And we start here above the shoulders here without lifting them very high. And we're going to come down here, exhale. And when we do this, we'll come through the central trail here with our daughter in the valley. And then she comes over the mountains she's already climbed and can't wait to go up again 9 times. So yeah, that's how it feels. Even without a weight shift, it's very powerful. Okay. Shifting down, rider on horse, shifting over to the right, releasing your hands there, bringing your left heel forward. Daughter on the mountaintop, 2 circles intertwining at the heart. You and someone else, or you and an idea that's a big idea on the outside that you're connecting to. Anything you want to think about when you're climbing the mountain, maybe just the mountain itself. Inhale here. Exhale down. 9 times on our left side. Last one. On the left, bring the foot back in. Your left foot returns to rider on horse. Sink it through the earth once. Shift it towards your left and release your right heel. For daughter on the mountaintop, and the left hand will still be close to the heart as it comes behind the right wrist here. You might want to start focusing more on your breath, your expansion and your contraction here at the abdomen. Don't use choice, or we say Tai Chi Chih's choice. 2 more. Last one of daughter on the mountaintop. We now bring the right foot back, come back into rider on horse. Inhale, sink it through the earth. And do another one here of this grounding. So we're ready for our next companion move, which is daughter in the valley. We'll bring the palms up a little bit above the shoulders here without raising the shoulders very much. Shift to the right. Release the left heel. Daughter in the valley. Cultivate the energy between the palms as you come up through the central body. And release it over the mountains on the exhale. There's polarity between the palms here. That means that the Legong points in the center that are facing are creating a sense of chi without ever touching. So feel the energy there. Three more on your left. Last one. Bring the foot back in. Inhale and sink it into the earth. Shift to your left. Start on top of the mountains. Release your right heel. Exhale down and inhale through the central trail to come up to the tops of the mountains again, and then feel them as you shift back on the exhale. Feel the breath at the abdomen and the tongue on the upper palate, and the release through the throat and the abdomen and the nose, all three parts. Long spine, feel it all come down the spine. And the belly in front and the low spine in the back as you exhale. Last one on your right side. Of daughter in the valley. Return to ground it and double ground it into the earth. It's very slowly, feel it come down like rain. And now we move into carry the ball to the side. You're going to slowly move over here because you're moving so slowly. Don't fall over. Yes, that's it. And now you're going to wind up here and release your left heel and move across. Carry the ball to the side. On the third one, bring in your right heel. Sink. Wind up. Release the left heel and move to the left. 3 shifts. On your third shift, bring in the outside right heel and prepare for the last one of 3 times 3 here. And sink it into the earth. Notice how relaxed the fingers and the palms are as you shift to wind up over here. Release your right heel and start to move right. Shift. And on the third shift, you bring in the left foot. Wind up to the left. Release the right out there and move to the right. Beautiful. Now we're going to move back, wind up this way, and start back. Feel like you're moving through seagrass and the ear of the grass. And there's this sort of calmness around the being in the tide pools, something like that, along the shore. And you're all part of it. Beautiful.